the Comma in Sports Network.
As the famous Rudolph Jackson would say, NFL Nation, come on in. What's up, you guys? This is As the NFL Turns, our first episode for the 2025-2026 season. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton from Educated Sports Talk. Also, to my right, I got Mr. Zach Bell.
Yes,
from
sir.
Real
Yes,
Fan
sir.
Sports Saints. What's good with it, man? Also, we got Mr. Lawrence Foster from Come On In Bills and SS Bills Talk. Let's get it. And, of course, the legendary Coach Rock rocking the Arizona Cardinals gear. So, yo,
yes,
Coach,
sir.
we doing that again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As you guys know, famously.
Brother, this guy stinks.
That's why that dog goes smell the thing, baby.
Famously, he wears the opposite team the Saints play every single week. So we love that, man. Keep it coming, you guys. But this is As the NFL Turns Out, and we are back for another great year of National Football League. Let's get it, man. How y'all feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing, Carlos. I mean, look, week one, we've already had a couple of really good games. Man, that game Friday was unbelievable. Justin Herbert finally did it. He beat Patrick Mahomes only for the second time in his career, and what a game it was. Them Chargers look scary.
Yeah, like they set the bar pretty high with these first few games with drama and storylines, right? Spitting the first play of the game, season-ending injury on the first play of the game on the kickoff. So Sunday's got a lot to live up to already.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're right, though. Cowboys versus Eagles was fantastic. It had everything we had, including the weather delay and all that, man. Drama, storylines, high scoring for one half, and then low scoring for another half. It had it all, man. So we enjoyed it. Coach Rock, man, how you feeling, brother?
Feeling good today, man. It's time for the Cardinals to rise up, baby, and do their thing today. So, hey, let's get this thing going, baby. Kyler Murray is in the building.
Look, I ain't going to give you the respect of shooting you down with a BB gun. I'm going to get you with a slingshot. Slingshot them Cardinals, bro.
Before we get started, y'all, please, man, hit that like button for all of our shows before the Come On In Sports Network. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe on our YouTube side to the Come On In Sports Network. We're at 296. Let's get to about 400 today, huh? That sounds good to me, y'all. Hit that subscribe button, man, not only for Come On In Sports, but of course for the rest of our channels as well, you guys. So show some love, man. Hit that like button and let's keep it rocking and keep the chat rocking and rolling as well. We will definitely answer your questions as we go, as we feel need to, man. So, hey, y'all, let's dive right into it. It is week one of the NFL season, the first Sunday, and let's talk about our morning games first. So let's get with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. How are we feeling about that one, Zach?
Oh, man, Tampa Bay and Atlanta Falcons. They're the two tops in the South right now, so it's going to be a good matchup. Seeing what Penix can do, it's his first full year. He had some games last season, looked pretty good, but it's the big time now. You're the starter, you're the main man, and the Falcons fans have high expectations for y'all. But the Bucs somehow got better. They missed Chris Godwin. They got Ibuka though, and somehow they've gotten better. I don't understand it, man. If I had to pick a team, I'm picking Tampa Bay. I just think they're too complete right now.
Yeah, it's a good team right there. How about you, Lawrence?
Now, to go off that, when you look at last year's games, Kirk Cousins had quite the two games against Tampa Bay last year. So for the Falcons, you can't get much better than what he did last year. And for Penix in year two, I'm not a big fan of him not doing anything during the preseason. It's not like he's a seasoned veteran where he can't use the reps and practice getting ready to go. So I'm kind of expecting a slow start out of him trying to get back into the groove of playing and being the day one guy right from the get-go, especially with what Kirk did before his injury last year. So I think the pressure is really on him this season.
I'm really not enjoying. Let me take that back. The Falcons actually went defense this year in the draft, and they got a lot of young, good studs in there. I think that really revamps their franchise for this particular year. They should have done it 4 years ago. Obviously, they missed on a lot of big names in the past, and I think they've learned their lesson now. Look, they've got an offense that can compete with almost anybody if all goes right. How about that defense now? Need an opportunity defense, young defense, fast defense. They brought that in. I do like that. So I'm going with the Falcons with a kind of a slight upset week 1 against the Buccaneers.
Oh, I don't know about
Coach,
that, my friend.
Coach, go ahead. Hey, what's up, Coach?
I don't know, man. I used to like to go buy jigsaw puzzles. You know, you look at the picture and you say you want to put that puzzle together and you buy it and you get home. That shit complicated. And that's kind of Atlanta. They can't ever put this shit together, bro. So I'm going with Tampa Bay on this one, bro. I'm going with the Bucks on this one, bro.
Yeah, I got the Bucks for the division pretty much. But as far as like just today, I think Atlanta's going to show at home, hey, we got some tricks up our sleeves, man, for the first game of the year. But I do like the Buccaneers, though, as a full season team to go ahead and probably take care of the
lucky
division
for the
at the end.
Falcons, they got the cheapest beer prices so they can drink away their sorrows when the Bucks beat them in their home stadium. So
let's get it, y'all. Our next game, we got Bengals and Browns now. So we have Joe Burrow, and we had all that drama with the Cleveland Browns, but at the end of the day, it was Mr. Flacco who is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Yo, Coach, how we feeling about Browns and Bengals? What's your take on this?
Move on to the next one, man. Cleveland, I know there's another, but it's just I'm going Jamal. I think Jamal and Burrow just gonna have a breakout day today, man. The Browns, you just hang them up. I don't know. It's between them and the Saints for the first pick in next year's draft. So it's like apples and oranges on this one, bro. But I'm going all the way with the Cincinnati Bengals, man.
Lawrence, any thought about the Bengals' slow starts for the last couple of years now? Are you worried about that against the Browns?
This is one of those games where Joe Burrow has a losing record against Cleveland. He's 3-5 against them, so you can't really just shove them to the side. He's played 8 games and is 3-5 against them. You couple that with their traditionally slow starts, losing to the Patriots at last year at home. So, I mean, yes, I'd be worried if I'm a Bengals fan. They got to prove that they're not the old Bengals. They can beat the Browns, which Joe Burrow really hasn't done. So, like, the one team he struggles against is Cleveland in the division. And then the beginning of the year stuff, the defense isn't any better than it was last year. So, yes, this isn't one of those just get rid of it games. It could be one of those sneaky, my goodness, Cleveland's in it at the end. They can win it type deals.
About you, Zach?
Look, unless Joe Flacco just has one of his, random 400, 500-yard passing games that he likes to do once or twice a year, if you're Cincinnati, you got to win this one. Don't have a slow start like you had last year. This should be an easy win. Go ahead, get the job done, and call it a day, move into week 2.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals to win this one, but I agree with Lawrence, though. It's going to be close. I mean, the Bengals defense we saw last year to this year, not much has changed at all, except for maybe one rookie lineman that had issues throughout the whole entire training camp. So, yeah, give me the Bengals, but, boy, Browns will make it close. They'll be there tough. It's only minus 5.5 favors on the Bengals. You know, you would have thought that a team like that and a team like Cleveland would be higher, but it tells you what we're feeling about with Cleveland coming into the season. Now, how they end might be a different story. We'll find out, though. All right, y'all. Let's keep it pushing, man. One of our games that hasn't been talked about a lot, and for good reasons, because not a lot to talk about, but we had the Miami Dolphins going into Indianapolis Colts. How do you feel about that, Lawrence? Dolphins, are they the better team, or do the Colts at home have an answer for them?
I think it's a lot like Cleveland, where Indianapolis can be one of those sneaky teams. Daniel Jones, like everyone makes fun, but he's going to be more consistent and provide more than what Anthony Richardson did in terms of passing game stuff. Jonathan Taylor finally started looking like the contract guy towards the end of last year. And just like, there's just something about Miami. There's like a stink about them, just like, like that being soft and like Tyreek still like, kind of being disgruntled. Like it feels like everything's about one little spark away from imploding. I don't think Miami loses a game by any means. Like it's early, it's indoors. Tua's week 1 averages over 300 yards a game in week 1 during his career. But don't be, again, just like Cleveland, don't be surprised this is a lot closer than people think.
Hey, Coach, is Mike McDaniels in the hot seat for this year? There's been a lot of rumors going on about his coaching style, how he's not getting into it with his players, how they just see
Shit,
him as,
the fire
only
department
offense.
also out. The fire department outside waiting, man. They already there, bro. You know, it's a
His ass
lot going.
burning.
Yeah, it's a lot going on within that locker room, man. You got Tyreek that's disgruntled. You got Tua that kind of threw him under the bus and stand up for him, and you know they're trying to say all the right things to stay as a team, but it's a lot internal in that locker room. And I think if they lose today, it just adds more flames to the fire, man. With this team, there's a lot going on internal with this team, man.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm going with the Dolphins, but as far as like Lawrence says, um, I mean, it's gonna be this team in particular, in my opinion. They have all the makings of a failure team again, but it is going to be indoors this particular game.
Yeah.
Early in the season, we usually see the Dolphins do well early in the season. It's just, can Tua stay healthy, and can they get along with their head coach and McDaniels, or is it kind of a far approach? Zach, I want to ask you about Danny Dimes right quick. Does he make the Colts better over Anthony Richardson?
Does it make? I mean, I just don't feel like that's much of a bar to overpass. I mean, unfortunately, Anthony Richardson is much of a great athlete as he is. He's just a unpolished quarterback. He's still very young, still plenty of time to develop. People forget. I think he's only like 23 or 24 years old. But Danny Dimes, I've actually been a fan of his. I thought he was okay at the Giants up until just a year ago when he looked like absolute dog water. So I don't know what to think of him anymore. I think the Colts are going to be in trouble regardless. I'm more excited about watching this running back duo between these two studs on the Miami Dolphins with Achane and Ollie Gordon. I think that's going to be really fun to watch today.
Yeah, if they can get more to a ground and pound type of deal for the entire year, that's the only way they're going to make themselves into contenders.
Yeah, I think they could be a good team if they leaned into Achane and the running game, then play action off of that instead of being a pass first team. Miami could be much more dangerous as a ball control type thing, I think.
Let's just hope that they win enough games to get a few home games in the playoffs, because we know for damn sure they're not going to Buffalo, they're not going to Kansas City, they're not going out there, man. In terms of heads, man, they've looked atrocious over the last couple of years playing as the road team against these cold weather squads. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling. Yo, we got a special one. Panthers versus Jaguars. Our first look at the rookie Travis Hunter, number 2 overall pick in the draft. I'll start with you, Lawrence. How do you feel about the talks about he's going to play strictly wide receiver and will play sprinkled in with the cornerback? Is that the right move for Jacksonville against Carolina?
I think they ease him in, yeah, but I'm excited to watch that game. Otherwise, I think it might be who cares about it? But Travis Hunter makes it must watch. Week 1, if he had the ability, what's he going to do? They can say he's not going to do both, but you drafted him for the purpose of being both. And he's one injury away from being a starter on both sides, according to the depth chart. So, yeah. I mean, why not? What do you have to lose as the Jaguars? If he's your best corner and your best, top 2 receiver, longtime BTJ, just throw him out there, let the dude do it, and prove he can't do it, right? He's done it every level he's played at. He's exceeded expectations. They can't do it. He's shown he can. He won a Heisman. So if I'm the Jaguars, I let him do it until he proves he can't. Then I scale back. That would be my plan. But should be interesting to watch either way.
Hey, Coach, you thought it was more of an opposite? Maybe Travis Hunter should be more on defense to start and then the offense, or how's your take on that?
I don't know. I was surprised when they said it was going to play more on offense. I thought it would be more on defense, but I was surprised by that move. But the biggest takeaway I'm taking from this game to see Bryce Young. From last year, we saw him really come into play. Are we going to see that with Bryce Young, coming forward this year compared to – so I want to see the quarterback battle. Or do we just say, hey, let's just go to Baskin Robbins and get some ice cream, because both of these quarterbacks really look like shit this year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of curious to see what happens here with the quarterback playing on both sides of this game.
Zach, who wins this game? Panthers, Jaguars.
Oh, I've been going back and forth with this all week, and inevitably, I think I end up leaning Jags on this one. I'm interested to see what Carolina's going to do with their, they want to run 2 running backs now, so we'll see what Chuba and Dottle can do. And then the wide receiver room, as it got built up, got broken down. Coker out, Adam Thielen gone, Ted McMillan, the new rookie, who I think is going to be a stud in this league. But overall, I think I'm going to lean on the experience of Lawrence and Brian Thomas to have a really good second year in the NFL. So I'm going with Jacksonville.
I like Jacksonville as a team overall to make some noise and maybe fight for a playoff spot this year. Maybe even fight for the division with Houston, if all their ducks are in order, obviously, and except for a lot of teams. But Jacksonville, I have very high hopes for them. Hopefully, this is the year for sunshine, so he can make it happen. Give me the Jaguars over the Panthers as well. To start off this week 1, but that should be a very interesting game. Also, there's another wide receiver as well, T-Mac for the Panthers too. He might do something for Bryce Young. We'll find out. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. Got a game another one that hasn't been really talked about because we don't really see any to talk about it. But these are 2 teams that, if all can go well, could be a surprise in the AFC. Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. Start with you, Zach. This game in totality, how you feel about it and who has the edge?
I'm interested to see both of these teams go. I mean, you got a new head coach, new quarterback over there in Las Vegas. Patriots, you obviously got the brand new dynamic with adding in with Drake May going into his second year. A lot of people have high hopes. You add in Stephon Diggs. You got a couple of young wide receivers. Kyle Williams, someone that I'm kind of piques my interest. And then obviously a new stud running back, Travion Henderson. It's going to be an interesting game. I don't know necessarily an exciting one, but we're going to get a look at a couple of young studs, Travion, Ashton, and some new looks for both these teams. But overall, I'm going actually with the Raiders on this one. They're a little bit of an underdog, and I got the Raiders taking it.
Yeah, I like this game because it is 2 young teams that are trying to find themselves. And look, nothing like a 1-0 start for your NFL season. One of these teams will be 1-0, will have a nice start to their campaign. Lawrence, we're talking about Ashton Jeanty, by the way. How's he going to fit against this Patriots defense?
Zach nailed it there. Like, that's what makes this game exciting is both those young running backs. Travion Henderson in the preseason with his first touch, that kickoff return.
Look great.
And I'm an Ohio State fan, so I love Travion, watching him. I'm really not happy he went to the Patriots because now I kind of got to root against him a little bit. But, I mean, Bowers on offense, I think the Raiders' offense has potential to be pretty good with Geno coming in to steady the ship at quarterback. You got Bowers. You got a disgruntled Jacoby Myers, but he's a good receiver nonetheless. Michael Myers, a forgetting guy, right? They can run 2 tight end sets and really mismatch you there. So it's a really exciting, I think. And then Drake May, year 2 under a good head coach. I love Mike Vrabel as a coach. So this is 2 bad teams in the past, but I think it's 2 teams going on the upswing, and like Zach said, 1-0 is a great look for either one of these teams.
Well, Coach, who we got going in this game then? Patriots or Raiders?
I don't know, man. I don't usually agree with Saints fans, but damn, Zach really hit it on the head. I got to give you that, Zach. I don't really do with you Saints fans that shit y'all talk, bro. But I'm going to agree with everything you say.
My damn slingshot at, bro.
I agree with everything he said, man. So on this one, I'm just tossing a coin in the air, whatever it is, heads or tails. Since it could go either way in this game, man. This both teams are headed in a new direction. Vrabel, you got the old veteran coach Carroll, and I think these teams are going to start channeling in the right direction. So I mean, it's a coin toss with me on this one, man.
Nah, I agree. I'm gonna go Patriots, the home team with the defense. I think they'll, are the Raiders gonna really have Geno Smith sling that rock 35 plus times a game? I'm very curious if the run is being stopped by the Patriots. That's a big if. Then we'll see what happens. But also excited to see Jeanty in his first game in the NFL. So it'll be nice to see how that goes out. Let's keep it rocking, y'all. Hey, our 2 favorite teams right here, the Arizona Cardinals, visit the old Bayou.
Yes, sir.
I'll let Coach start it off first. Coach, Cardinals, Saints. Obviously, you got the Cardinals gear on. What do you feel about the Cardinals this year? And also, do the Saints have any chance in this game?
So let me say this. First of all, good morning, New Orleans. So guys, go out and get you some beignets and some cocoa. Enjoy the French Quarters, all the good shit, the good food outside the Superdome. Enjoy the national anthem. But after that, this is going to be an old-fashioned ass whipping today in the Superdome by the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray and them is going to have their way. And I pray to God that Spencer doesn't get too rattled where he's rattled out the Superdome today, bro. So my prediction, the Cardinals easily win this game, man.
Yo, Zach, I'm gonna ask you, one fellow Who That Nation fan to another. Saints, do we have any chance to win this game?
Man, Coach Rock gonna have me over here pissed, breaking TVs, monitors, and shit like that. We won. Well, one, it's already been stated, so I guess I can restate it now. But the Saints have won 6 in a row opening games. How dare ESPN, Fox, whoever posted that, trying to jinx us already? I have us winning this game. I think we have a fair chance. The Cardinals are not. This is a game that's almost a must win, or if not, we're going to probably start 0-4 this season. So this is one that's a must. Spencer Rattler starting off the season. He needs to get hot, needs to play good. AK expected to have a huge role in today's game, and we're going to need that veteran leadership. We got a couple new receivers that we're going to get first-time looks at in a Saints uniform. We're rocking the gold jerseys. We got the gold end zones. We going for gold. We're going to grab this win. Shut up, Coach Rock. It ain't happening. Kyler Murray's already a little sick. He's trying to make excuses to get out the game so he can go play Call of Duty, Coach Rock. He doesn't want to play. But the biggest issue is sleep, baby. The biggest issue is Chase Young is out, so that's gonna hurt with containing Kyler Murray. But you know what? I'm still gonna ride with my Who Dats, man. Let's go.
I'm going with the Saints. I have them at 5-12, so don't think I'm just bandwagoning. No, I'm going with the Saints to win the game. This is one of their rare wins I think they get. But you know, when we are healthy. And we're still coming here not as the healthiest, but when we are healthy, we're a nice squad. We saw that last year, first 2 games of the season, as Coach gets pissed off. We're a nice squad when we're healthy. Our only issue is once nutrition starts to wear down, our roster, our back end is not nearly as good as anybody else. You saw that happen last year. I mean, you beat down 2 teams by a score of, 80-something to 20-something the first 2 games, and then it started with our center. When there was with McCoy, when he went down against Philadelphia, week 3, and then it was like a domino effect, and everyone was out. So I'm going to go with New Orleans for this particular game against Arizona. Lawrence, we'll leave it to you, man. Who wins this game, Cardinals or Saints?
I don't got nothing invested in this, but now I do between watching people walking off the screen, breaking TVs, going to get Marvin Harrison. My goodness.
That's a nice jersey, though. I'll give you that. That's a nice jersey.
I'm going to go with Zach and Carlo. I went to ASU, so I like the Cardinals, but I'm gonna go with Zach and Carlos Saints here. Week 1 at the Superdome, right? You guys are gonna be home on that one. Home cooking today. Coach was talking about food. There'll be some home cooking. Cardinals leaving 0-1, so Coach will be 0-2 on.
They don't have an answer for this young man. They don't have an answer for this young man today.
Kool-Aid coming in.
But it's only right that Coach Rock is the first lone wolf. Come on. There we go. Lone wolf alert. Lone wolf alert.
Lone wolf alert, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep it rocking, y'all. Hey, we got a good one today, man. Steelers versus Jets. Why is it so good when we have Aaron Rodgers? He's going to face his old team. He didn't really do anything with that team, but I mean, hey, it's still his old team, and he was kind of either was he booted out or did he boot himself out? I still don't know about the situation, but I know once Aaron Glenn got the word that he was head coach, he was like, yeah, let me talk to Aaron Rodgers. Brother, you got to go. I got to get Young in the spot. So nice to see a really cool storyline from 2 kind of teams. Steelers, Jets. Coach Rock, big day for Aaron Rodgers. What does he need to do for the Steelers to win this game?
Well, it's a big day for everybody that's sitting in the nursing home watching this game today to watch an old-ass quarterback play. So shout out to all my elderly people. Enjoy this game here because you're going to see him running for his life. I'm hoping all his insurance is covered and everything. And I know I saw this morning where it was kind of raining. It was kind of raining this morning. So I hope he can throw the ball over 40 yards, because everything going to be real sharp with him. But I got the Jets winning this game. I'm going with the Jets on this game, man.
Yo, Zach, we got Aaron Glenn as the new head coach now for the New York Jets. What
Yeah.
will he bring to this team, especially on the defense, that makes them so well this year?
I mean, Jets have had a pretty okay defense the last couple of years. So, I mean, now you bring in just a better leader to go ahead and make sure everything works out. It's not the defense that concerns me the most about the Jets. It's always the offense, man. And now with new quarterback Justin Fields, what's that going to look like? They wanted to go 50-50 running back with Brees and Braylon. I just don't know, man. This is one of those games that if it was the only game on, I may take a snooze, but it's at noon. So if I had to pick one, I guess give me the Steelers, but I don't know.
Lawrence, key factors for both teams and win this game, and who wins it?
It's whoever runs the ball best, I think, and I think that edge kind of goes to the Jets with Fields. You forget how good of a runner he is. And last year with Pittsburgh, before Russell got back, he had a winning record with Pittsburgh running there. And then even with Russell's struggles, I never quite understood why he didn't get another chance to kind of get them fired up again. This is like Zach said, in terms of scoring, this is going to be a snooze fest. Both defenses are going to be light years above what either offense can do. This is one of those like 13-6 type games. And I think Justin Fields' ability to make a play or two, like 20-30 yard run on a broken down play, will be the edge. So as much as I hate the Jets, and I really hate Aaron Rodgers,
the hatred for Rodgers is overwhelming.
but the Jets going to take it week one and show Aaron Rodgers, it was you, my friend.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on this one, like low scoring game, ugly game. Pittsburgh, it won't be because of Aaron Rodgers, because of that defense, the running game that they'll probably shoulder on there. And I gotta see it because I thought Aaron Rodgers should have hung it up a couple years ago. Now, I mean, we're getting to the point now. Once you become a game manager, per se, and it's not really
especially
even
when you were a gunslinger. Like he was a gunslinger. It's like it was different when Peyton Manning became that. It was a little different when Drew became that and stuff like that. This ain't Aaron Rodgers no more.
It's not. So can he play the game manager role? I don't think he really can. No. Some guys can adapt to it. I don't think he can adapt to it. But we'll see. Look, Mike Tomlin has a renewed faith in Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he comes out there and has a decent year this year to lead the Steelers to maybe a playoff spot. But give me Pittsburgh in a very, very ugly game.
Probably set up in their locker like a little darkness corner for Aaron to feel comfortable at halftime. Just shut it off, non-sensory. There's a little darkness at halftime. Do that.
Oh man, hey, hold on. Is this one of our early games? Let me find out.
Yes, we're still good. Yep.
All right, we're still good. One. Giants and Commanders, you guys. All right, this one right here, it's gonna be a good one because what I like about this one is the unknown for New York. The unknown. We know what Washington and Jaden Daniels is going to bring to the table. The unknown for New York, right? You got a nice defense on their side now. You got Burns. You added Carter to this team as well. Then you add Russell Wilson as a quarterback that can bring you some stability into your offense. Maybe, right? He's a veteran. He's been there, done that. And they added some pieces in the offense as well to make them. Could this be the year the Giants find a way to maybe squeak into the playoffs, maybe have some heads rolling in this NFC East right now? And we'll see about that. So I'm going to start with you, Zach. Giants, Commanders, man. What's your take on this game?
Look, overall, I think the Giants are one of those sleeper teams this year. Just unfortunately, they're in a very tough division. Even with Dallas losing the other day, they showed that when they're on, they can be very special. But I think with Russell Wilson under the helm, I think it's the best quarterback they've had since Eli Manning. So it's been quite some time. I'm interested to see the running back room, but I think overall everything else has gotten a bit better. But the Commanders are just set to hopefully have another great year. They went to the NFC championship last year. Will Jaden Daniels have that sophomore slump? I hope not. They added some good young running backs in Rodriguez, who I think was just ruled out from what I just saw, but also Krosky. And then, they also add Deebo Samuels this offseason. So you got to go Washington Commanders in my eyes, but I think this game is going to be closer than a lot of people believe.
Coach, Jaden Daniels.
I don't know, man.
What's going on with this one?
What's that? Who's playing today? That's the Giants game?
Giants, yes, sir. Giants and Commanders.
I don't know. Last night, I don't know if you guys saw the LSU game, man. They had a 66-year-old freshman tuba player for LSU. And the theme
They
was
did.
follow your dreams, bro.
Okay.
Russell Wilson, follow your dreams, bro. It's time for you to go, bro. Let's turn this over to Jackson Dart, bro. It's time for him to follow his dreams and walk away from this game, bro. And let this young kid come in and get the Giants offense going with Neighbors. I know they say they had some players they may use him today. They had scripted for Dart to come in and some running plays. But Russell Wilson, you and the tuba player get together, man. Follow your dreams, bro. It's time to walk away from this game, bro. So with that being said, I'm going with the Washington Commanders in this game, bro.
Lawrence, how are you feeling about Jaden Daniels and the Commanders against the Giants? Is this like one of your like just obvious kind of picks, or do you?
No,
think
I don't think
have-
it is. Like the Giants' defense, they got their pass rush is not something to be snoozed on. Abdul Carter, like Keon Thibodeau, and then Burns. That's quite a trio you got rushing there. Russell Wilson is an adult at quarterback. Yeah, he can go retire with the tuba player soon, but right now he's the head man in New York, and they just need somebody steady to do it. And the sophomore slump is a real thing. You know, CJ Stroud went on fire than last year. Injuries and everything else kind of fell apart. They didn't have as great a year as everyone thought they would. And it's a divisional game. The divisional games, Dayball knows the Redskins, the Commanders as good as anybody else. You can never be surprised, I think, in divisional games because of all that. So yes, I'm going to think the Commanders win, but I don't think it's as open a shut a case as people think because like you said, the unknown. Like Russell was going to give them something I don't think they had last year at all at quarterback.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Commanders to win this one as well. I like Jaden Daniels as a second-year player. I thought Stroud was kind of feeling himself over the offseason after his rookie season, on those podcasts. And not saying that's wrong, but I think his focus wasn't clearly just strictly on the game of football itself. I think Jaden Daniels, he hasn't made too many headline news over the offseason. I think he's got his head in play. And when I saw him in
His mama don't let him, Carlos.
His mama, you're right. His mama don't play that.
Him.
You know, I don't give a damn. Juju Watkins, you better sit your ass on the other side, girl. but what I saw in his little preseason action, he looked good, and they look like they're back and ready to rock and roll, man. So give me the Commanders in this game, but I agree with also with Lawrence. The Giants are just going to be a sneaky, decent NFC team that might not make the playoffs, but have y'all seen their schedule? First of all, man, how the hell they have the toughest schedule in the NFL? How did that happen?
To me,
Crazy.
That's why Russell Wilson is starting. They don't want Jackson Dart to go out there and get annihilated the first 5 games through their schedule.
Their schedule was ridiculous. To say that they're a bottom tier team, I was like, how did they get this tough ass schedule?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Jeez, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, though, man. So that's how you feeling, Zach, who wins this game?
Yeah, I'm going Commanders, bro. That's who I got. Well, Jaden Daniels, I don't want to see that sophomore slump, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I got you. All right, y'all. Hey, we got a special segment now. 4th and out for my main man, Lawrence. What's up, baby?
Well, it is the first 4 and out of the new season, guys. Week 1, everybody likes to overreact. The question is, should or shouldn't they? So I went back and looked at last year's Week 1 results. 4 teams that lost opening weekend made the playoffs: the Ravens, Broncos, Commanders, and Rams. So all hope isn't lost. But at the same time, the Jaguars, Titans, Browns, Jets all lost, and we know how their seasons went. So in reality, feel however you want. You can feel real good like, man, we can make the playoffs. Or you can think, dang, we're going to suck real bad like the Jaguars, Titans, Browns, and Jets did. So Week 1 overreactions are a good thing. That's what makes people fandom. Fan is short for fanatic. Go crazy either way you want. You lose, the season's over. You win, we're winning the Super Bowl. Take that mindset and run with it. Second down, who is poised to be this year's Commanders? Commanders came out of nowhere last year all the way to the NFC Championship game where they lost to the Eagles. I have one team in each conference I think could have a big improvement and make some noise in the playoffs. We talked about both these teams already. New England in the AFC with Mike Vrabel, the influx of talent they got with the free agency money. I really like Robert Spillane. They got Milton Williams, Steph Diggs. They drafted Travion Henderson. And just Vrabel's impact, I think, can't be understated on what they can do. I do think the Patriots get a wild card, and once they get in there, they can make noise. And even though I picked them to lose today, I think Arizona is a team in the NFC that can do it. Gannon's steadily built this team. Last year, I feel like Kyler Murray took a step forward. Maybe that's because Cod sucks now, so he doesn't play as much. But he made that move. So I think the Cardinals are one of those teams. And I listened to a show, Sirius NFL Radio, Moving the Chains, and they've been saying all year, why not Arizona? I'm with them. Why not Arizona? So Patriots, Cardinals as kind of those shocking out of nowhere teams this year. And in the same realm of it, we have third down, which is who falls back. If someone goes up, law of averages says, well, something else has to fall back. I think Kansas City, sorry, coach, is one of those teams that falls back for two simple reasons. Number one, their division is the best it has been in the Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes era. The Broncos defense is legitimate, and now they are building Bo Nix in year 2 with Sean Payton. And then the Chargers already proved that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, beating the Chiefs on their opener on Friday night. And then also just the law of averages. They've been 17 straight one-score games, and last year's record of one-score games was insane. The law of averages says that's going to balance out eventually. So I think the Chiefs, and a fallback for them, they won a ton of games. A fallback is still like maybe 10, 11 wins, not 14, 15. I'm not going to say they're not making playoffs, but a fallback of losing 3 to 4 more games than they did last year is 100% on there. And I also think the Vikings just, again, they had a great year last year with a veteran quarterback who had his comeback year. They're going to be putting in essentially a rookie in J.J. McCarthy. There's going to be growing pains. So I think the Vikings take a step back. And again, that's maybe 3 to 4 less wins, but it's still a big step back for them. And we close it out. Super Bowl prediction, fourth down. We got to put some stuff out on the table. I'm a Bills fan. I'm a very pessimistic Bills fan, but I do believe in storybooks. The Bills are closing out their stadium this year, formerly known as Rich Stadium, Ralph Wilson Stadium, Highmark Stadium, New Era Field. This is the last season of the stadium. The Bills are going to meet the Packers in the Super Bowl. Title town versus non-title town. The Bills finally get that elusive championship for the city of Buffalo. They kick off next year's stadium with a banner unveiling. Bills Super Bowl champions this year. That's 4 downs, everybody.
Yo, as Coach Rock gets up and he walks out, gotta love
He needs some medicine, y'all. He needs some medicine. I enjoyed everything Lawrence said till he got to the end. He was good till he got to the end, bro. When he predicted Super Bowl, I got some good medicine right here. But everything else you said, I really enjoyed the 4 down. But this shit here, bro, I got to give him some medicine, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was 4th and out for Lawrence Foster. You guys, Dolph, what's up, baby?
I can't say, man, but I just had to click in. How did I know somehow, some way, the first 4 and out was going in with the Bills finally?
If you remember last year in the AFC Championship game, I said the Bills were going to lose. I'm not a homer here. I said the team was going to win last year in the AFC Championship game. But I believe in storybook. All the losing for 40, 60 years, and this year for the stadium.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on the storybook, right? Yeah, it could happen. That'd be, but also be fitting for the Bills to not have that happen either. So
after tonight, I'm probably gonna be like, we're not even making the playoffs.
Oh no! Hey, I'll tell you what though. I'm looking at the contrast of colors. Bills, Packers, Super Bowl. That contrast of colors is nice. I like that.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
I like the contrasted color. Yo, welcome back to our channel, Mr. Dolph Jackson himself. What up, Dolph?
Man, what's up, man? Crazy morning, man. Can't stay long. Got to leave, man. Dealing with a crazy ass flat tire. Got a damn spare tire that don't fit. This crazy as hell. Anyway.
Which you had the 5 holes and not 4 holes?
I got 6 holes, but they ain't lining up. So.
Oh no.
got 6 holes. They ain't allowed it up, bro.
Oh,
You know,
my
man, I
goodness.
was starting late for picture day for football, so.
As an omen to whose season? As an omen to whose season? Please don't be the same season.
Oh.
Yo. Hey.
Let me get a pick in before I go, man.
Yeah, we got the biggest spread. The biggest spread out here is Broncos 8.5 favorites over the Titans, minus 450 on the money line. You guys, Vegas is saying this is going to be a straight up blowout. Denver Broncos are getting a lot of hype going into this year with Bo Nick's second year, along with is it third season for Sean Payton? I'm assuming third year.
Yeah.
Or is it year 4? All right, year 3 for Sean Payton, and we know what he does in a lot of his year 3s. So. Let's get it. What's your prediction, man? Titans, Broncos. How's Cam Ward going to fit his first ever game as a quarterback? Let's start with you, Lawrence.
I mean, it's going to be rough. Like, he couldn't have asked to play a worse defense in his first game. That Broncos defense is no joke, and they're going to come in and smell blood in the water with a rookie quarterback. They're going to throw things at him Cam Ward hasn't seen before, disguise his coverages. So, I mean, the Titans drafted number 1 for a reason. If I'm a Titans fan, I just want him to get out healthy and maybe have a drive or two where, like, all right, man, I see where we're going here. But, like, I wouldn't have much hope. The Broncos, like I already said, are going to be one of those teams that is going to make a jump this year. They already made the playoffs. Bo Nick's year 2 with Sean Payton, Payton's 3rd year. The Broncos are going to make a statement today. There goes Coach. I didn't even say the Chiefs. I just said the Broncos.
Coach just walks out. But, yo, you good, Lawrence? You done?
Yeah.
Zach, how are you feeling about the Broncos, man? What's your take on this Denver team coming in? A lot of expectations for the season.
I mean, high expectations. Likely to be the top defense this year, easily within the top 3 in my eyes. Offense, I think, is going to be better. We saw how Bo Nick started. It was a bit rough. They kind of went with the whole strategy of throw them into fire and see if they burn. And Bo Nix was able to come out on top and finish off his year really strong. I think this is a year for Denver to do some really special things. And unfortunately for Tennessee and Cam Ward, it's going to be a rough outing.
Gotcha. Dolph, how you feeling about Cam Ward's first time? You think it'll be a rough outing as well?
It's gonna be rough, man. If it was if they were playing at home, I expect a closer game, being that it's week 1. But man, they're going to Mile High City. They're dealing with Sean Payton. They're dealing with that Broncos defense, arguably one of the best units in the National Football League, with the reigning defensive MVP. It's gonna be tough on them today, man. I believe by being opening week, they go fight hard, but in the end, I think the Broncos have too much for them. And what's the point spread for this game?
8.5. 8.5.
Eight Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos cover, man.
Oh yeah, I think they do too. Yeah, as far as Cam Ward goes, I agree with Lawrence as well, man. Like, you couldn't ask for a harder situation as your first ever NFL game, because he's going to see a lot that you don't see in college at all, and so he's right about that. So I'm going to go to the Broncos to win this game. I think the Broncos, I have them high as well. I thought I was the only one. I didn't know they were that damn expected until I started just reading into them. And then,
don't make Coach mad. He just got back, Carlos.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but I had them at 11-6. I'm like, guys, the Broncos win the division and stuff. I'm like, yo, okay, I just got them going to the playoffs at 11-6. But they have some folks that got them win the division over the Chargers and the Chiefs. So hey, we'll see how that happens, Coach. Well, hey, Coach, what's your thought on Cam Ward, man, and your thought on the Broncos?
Good luck, Cam. That's all I can say. Good luck today, man. Have a great game.
Well, Lauren said, hey, just come out healthy, bro. Just come out healthy.
That's all. That's it.
That's it. All right, so I think we all kind of agree Broncos over the Titans in this one. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling now. Niners and Seahawks. Hey, do we have a report on CMC? What's going on with him?
Yeah, I mean, the latest thing is he's going to play. They announced actually yesterday that he was going to give a run at it. He's dealing with the calf thing, very similar to what he dealt with last year. It was the last minute scratch. Thursday he was limited in practice. Friday he didn't practice. Saturday he said they're going to give him a run, and that was confirmed earlier, just a couple minutes ago. So we'll see what CMC is able to do. I don't know if he'll be limited on reps, I mean, I can't imagine with having this injury that they're going to give him the typical 20 carries. So we may see a little bit of the new guy, Brian Robinson, that they picked up from the Commanders this weekend.
Mm-hmm. This game is very interesting because it is in Seattle. Last year they played this game. It was a Thursday night game, I believe, and it was kind of a ooky kind of game when I think the Niners still won, if I'm not mistaken. This game, in my opinion, is for pride. If both teams want to come out here and have a good showing, that's all teams, honestly. But as far as the division goes, we're not quite sold completely on the Rams, like just overwhelming as a favorite for this division. The Niners were just, of course, the darlings over the last, feels like a decade now. Can they get back to that same spot? You paid Brock Purdy all that money, and now we want our investment with it. Can he have those expectations? We'll find out from Brock Purdy. But I do believe that the defense for the Niners have got to come back to what they were a couple of years ago and be that dominant
They've
defense.
lost a lot.
Yeah, and it starts off with Seattle. Now, Seattle, on the other hand, I don't really like a Cooper Kupp and a JSN, kind of they're like the same type of receiver. Can they add more depth in route running? We'll find out what Sam Darnold can do with that squad, but I gotta see it to believe it. Give me the 49ers to come back. I'm with you, Zach. CMC doesn't get a lot of carries, but I think he's still effective in this game when being used. And hopefully, prayerfully, just like Cam Ward, can he come out healthy? Because we want to see CMC play because he's a dynamic player. But
a lot of fantasy teams need him.
I'm telling you, but it's getting tough to watch them in the last couple of years now because he can't stay healthy. Coach, what's your thoughts on this game, Niners, Seahawks?
I'm going Seahawks in this one. I got the Seahawks.
That's it. That's just it. The Seahawks.
Got the Seahawks.
Man, Coach,
keep the simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Talk about the running backs. Last year, like they went through 4 or 5, and they all did well. I think the Niners, just like Shanahan's dad, and when the Broncos back in the day, like remember they had like 3 straight, like Olandis, Gary, Anderson. They they can pump out a 1,000-yard rusher no matter who's back there. This system kind of seems the same with the Niners. Like the Mason last year when CMC got hurt was leading the league in rushing. Like, so, I mean, like Brian Robinson has talent. So if CMC goes down, I don't think they're going to miss a beat in terms of their running game because they've proven they can just plug people in and then Robinson has a talent to be the pick he was anyway. So that might not be as big a loss as people think, oh man, we lose CMC. Well, the Niners system, he's not, CMC is great, but they've shown that they can do just fine without him. It's the receivers I'm worried about. Like, who's going to be catching the ball from
Ricky Pearsall, man. Come on. Come on, bro.
I don't know. I don't know about the Ricky Pearsall. I like how he ended the season last year. He did end on a good note. So, but as your number one, good luck, Niners. if he's your number one. Good God almighty. All right, our next game on the docket, y'all. A really good one, too.
Mm-hmm.
We got Houston, Texas, taking on Los Angeles Rams. Both these teams were in the playoffs in their representative conferences. I want to ask this. Which team you think out of these two teams, Coach, has the best future for this particular year?
Well, I have the Rams winning the NFC. If Stafford stays healthy, I think this all depends on his health issues with the back. But, I mean, this team took Philadelphia down to what? The last play of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on if Stafford is healthy. I have the Rams representing the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Zach, how are you feeling about this game? Texans and Rams. Stroud's third year now. That sophomore slump behind him. Hopefully, how do you feel the Texans do against this vaunted Rams young defense?
Hey, I'll tell you what, I don't think it's not just the LA Rams fans that are hoping that Stafford stays healthy. It's also Devontae Adams, who has now turned into a journeyman that just can't find a quarterback to stick. And if Stafford does end up getting hurt, well, guess who he gets to match back up with? Good old Jimmy G, his best friend when he played at the Raiders. So, he's definitely praying and pleading that these injections that Stafford's getting into his back keep him upright. But Yeah, I mean, as far as this game, I hope CJ Stroud get out of his slump. Everybody's already like pushed him down the line, like they've already put him like in the bottom 10 as quarterbacks. It's kind of crazy, like looking at some of the projections, especially like fantasy wise. He has all the weapons. They go and grab some more as well. They're stacking them up. Nick Chubb is going to be back there running more than likely. We'll see how that goes. It's the defense and it's that O-line. I mean, these are like the big things you have to worry about. In this game at home in LA with Stafford freshly juiced up, I'm going to go with the Rams in this one.
NFL blitz, huh? Just
they go ahead.
Remember that? Yeah, just give me the roids, coach. Give me the roids. Yo, Lawrence, how you feel about this game? First of all, I want to die because we have our expectations for the Rams. What about the Texans? Right? Are they still just that we're the best team in the sorriest division, or is their mentality is we've got to get deeper into the playoffs?
I think it's both of those things. They're the best team in not a great division, but also the same. They've made it to the division around 2 straight years. Yeah. So I mean, they're winning playoff games and getting in the AFC. Like, man, it is a shooter's gallery. You got to get through Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, Lamar Jackson. Like, to get through, you've got to beat great quarterbacks. But to, like Zach said, the offensive line, man, I don't see how an offensive line gets better trading Laramie Tunsil. They sent him to the Commanders and they already had problems. It's about keeping him upright. The defense, I think, is really good. They got great pass rushers in Hunter and Anderson. They got good safety. Petrie so their defense is good and they got weapons that they can stay healthy, but I mean, their receivers get hurt every year. It's the offensive line, man. If they can't keep him upright, it's going to be same as last year. They'll win a weak division, maybe beat a weak wild card team, and then they're not ready for prime time against the big boys. No. So that's my breakdown of the Texans.
Now, look, I like the Rams in this game because of that young defense. They're young, fast, hungry. Like Coach said, I agree with Coach. I actually have the Rams as also my NFC favorites to go to the Super Bowl. So I agree with Coach on that aspect as well. As far as the Texans go, look, it's not about winning the division anymore. It's like, yo, can we win games we're supposed to? Stop tying with the Titans and stop tying with the Colts or whatever. Stop tying the Jaguars. You got to sweep that division. It's all about getting more wins because when you play at home in, say, the divisional round, it's different from always going on the road. They've got to have that mentality. Can they bring that? Get to find out. Nick Chubb's probably going to fill in for Joe Mixon, by the way, who's going to be out for the first at least 4 weeks of the season. Nick Chubb, does he bring a certain mentality to this Texans team?
I hope he does. I love Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of the great, like, just his personality, the way he carries himself. It's terrible the injuries have taken away from him. So I really hope he bounces back and like has a great year for the Texans. Who knows what Mixon does coming back, but having Nick Chubb coming in as your 1B, that's an okay solution to having Mixon go down.
Not too bad.
All right. So we don't have, Packers? We do have Packers and Lions. There we go. You want to talk about the Lions you guys said?
It doesn't matter. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. We can go into it now. It's a midday game.
All right, let's get it. All right, well, let's break down. Let's go with Packers versus Lions. And this is our game of the week. Pretty much we've all agreed on that one. Now, what news do we have, Zach, about Micah Parsons and his ability to play in this game? Is he still questionable, or is he's going to try to go
so
for
there's no official news yet on what Micah Parsons' situation is going to be like. If it is in fact a thing where they can eject him and get him in the game, they are going to want him to miss this matchup against the Lions. I mean, this is a rivalry and set. This is the divisional game in week 1. We've talked about that, Carlos, how we hate it. We really don't like these early tough competitions, but that's what we get. 3:00 and hopefully Micah Parsons can play. They're going to need it. They're going to want to pressure Jared Goff. They're going to want to get him off his feet and, hopefully leading to a couple of mistakes, because even with the new offensive coordinator and defense coordinator in the Lions, that offensive that team on offense is still so elite, and they have great connection. It's also a offense that is ran a lot by the quarterback, Jared Goff. Jared Goff has a lot of control on what plays are run, the audibles, and different things like that. So if you're Green Bay, you want to be at full force in this matchup and open up this division, hope to get a win.
Hey, Coach, the Lions OC and the DC both left. How do you feel about this Lions squad this year? I know you have the Rams as your NFC favorite. So what's going on in your mind with Detroit?
I don't know, man. It's not so much them leaving. It's the new guys coming in, evaluating the talent that you have and making your system work around them guys. And that's what I'm anxious to see with Detroit, with the OC and DC. If that these new guys can come in and just take that talent and evaluate it right and bring in a system that fits with the players that they have. So I think that's my biggest takeaway with Detroit today, is just to see how this OC and DC takes that talent and make it work in that system that surrounds the players that they have. As far as the game, I'm going with the Packers, man. I have the Packers as the second best team in the NFC behind the Rams, man. So
Wow.
with Love and you bring in, you add Parsons and that young receiving core, man. Boy, it will soon though. But I think Detroit. I think it's going to be within 3. I think Green Bay wins this game by 3.
All right, Lawrence, I'm a great listener, so I heard you. Green Bay Packers go to the Super Bowl because of what?
Because of they've made big moves, like a team that doesn't really make splashy, but when they do, it's really big. You think Charles Woodson back in the day, Peppers back in the day, Reggie White.
Mm-hmm.
When they swing big. So they did here trading for Parsons. Probably the biggest deal for them is giving them the huge contract they did, somebody that they didn't develop and draft. I think he brings that pass rush that they needed. They drafted Golden, which in theory should be their number one guy, which pushes everyone back a level, which aligns where they should be. I know Watson won't play for lightly, but Romeo Dobbs and all them, Jalen Reed. And just Love just has to continue to make the strides and steps he has the first 2 years as a starter. Year 3 is generally where you see that huge jump for starting quarterbacks. So I'm expecting that. I'm expecting Parsons to make the impact. And not having the coordinators, which you talked about already, there's something to be said. Losing both in a year, like that's a lot of brain power loss. Like they were in, and it's different when you're not calling the shots in live action. You got 30 seconds to get a play and make an adjustment, like live in game. These coordinators are going to have to learn on the go here in terms of they're gonna make mistakes now too in game 1. So the Packers win this game, as I already said. I think they win the NFC, where they'll lose to the Bills, not the Chiefs, in the Super Bowl.
Nah, I got the Packers in this one. I had them the whole entire time, with or without Micah Parsons, to win this particular game because of their defense. I mean, they finished on a high note besides that Eagles game they played late in the year. But I like the Green Bay Packers team on defense. Jordan Love, he's going to be the reason they do or don't, in my opinion. Like when it comes down to those crunch time situations, can we get Jordan Love to come through in a good way for the Packers? If not, then they'll just be another team on the horizon that never gets over that hump. But it is the NFC compared to the AFC, where the quarterbacks aren't that elite to where a guy like Jordan Love could make a surprise, NFC championship appearance or Super Bowl appearance for Packers, according to Mr. Lawrence Foster here. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this game. This is going to be a really good one. As far as Jared Goff goes, he's going to be a beast as well this year. It's all about, just like you said, Coach, those two coordinators bringing in their system and getting their guys to confide in. Also, Yeah, buy in and also play to their strengths as well. I don't like all that. It's 2025, so the narrative of any coach coming into your building, unless you were trash, but if you were a good team, you're not going to go in there and hey, you got to find my system. No, you got to go and make this balance work for both sides because not going to be a long year.
And it's also interesting now too that they decided to go ahead and do a 3-year extension for Jamo. So that was something that I wasn't sure whether or not it was going to happen and if they would move on from him. So they've kind of locked in what their wide receivers of the future are going to be with Amon-Ra, Jamo, and now the rookie Isaac Tesla.
Anyone that gets you 1,000-yard receiving on just 50 catches, you want to keep using that guy. He had 1,000 yards like. He only had 50 catches all year, but every time, man, he's taking the top off that bad boy. So he go, man. All right, let's go into our Sunday night matchup now. It's going to be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Come on.
Yeah, and guess what? It's going to be a good matchup. This is our only playoff rematch, I'm assuming, for week 1. I think it's on the playoff rematch. So I'm gonna start off with you, Zach, first, because Lawrence, I want you to take last because it's your squad. What you got there, Coach? Hold on. What the hell is that, Coach?
I'm trying to figure out who you think everybody's gonna pick. See, do you know something?
He got the lone wolf. What are you doing? All right, he ready for? Hold on. So all right. I don't want to spoil it. Then I don't want to spoil it.
Right.
So let's go with Zach first. Then Zach.
All right.
And who wins this game and why? Simple questions. How about you, Zach? Let's go.
Simple answer for you, Carlos. I'm sorry, Lawrence. Lamar has to feel like he was outed last year, not receiving that MVP. Lamar is going to come out here and have a straight ballin' type of game today. I expect him to do some big things against his Buffalo Bills defense. I think these Ravens are going to come out firing, and I have the Ravens winning this matchup, man.
All right, Coach. Her Ravens, what we going with?
The Wolf Mask is not because I'm the lone wolf today.
Okay.
But it's because of Lamar Jackson, man. Lamar Jackson in the regular season is the best quarterback, hands down. It's the postseason that he struggles in, man. But during the regular season, he's like Jekyll Hyde, bro. He is the best quarterback in the NFL during the regular season. And I'm sorry, man. Bills Mafia, it's going to be a long day for y'all today with Lamar Jackson, man. And all the weapons and some of the new stuff he got. The Baltimore Ravens win this game by 10 today, man. Lamar has a big game running and throwing the ball. And it's like I said, it's not him in the regular season. It's his struggles in the postseason that hurts him. But regular season, hands down, for some reason, this kid is the best quarterback, period. So, Bills Mafia, Lawrence, my brother, take the L and just hold it in your hand today, okay?
We'll take it from your hands from Friday night, Coach.
Lawrence, I got your back, brother. I'm going with Buffalo to win this game. I probably have the Ravens maybe going further in the playoffs this year, but I have as my Super Bowl champions, But for this particular game, give me the Buffalo Bills to win this matchup. Yes, Lamar Jackson's that dude and might likely win his third MVP this year. But for this particular game, I got Buffalo as the best regular season team in the NFL. I got them going 14-3. And it starts off today. I like Palmer, the added receiver. I like Palmer as a deep threat. Addition. A great addition. I think he's going to make a lot of plays in this particular game and for the year as well. Josh Allen's got that cannon on him. He can finally use it now, and just slang that thing deep, right? So give me Josh Allen because he wants to prove also I'm the reigning MVP. And let me show you why. Against this team, both teams coming out gun. I think it'll be a high scoring affair. I think both teams in the late 20s, early 30s in this game. Another classic, and this is the reason why it's on Sunday night. Now, I do tell you what, the Ravens picked a really good time to play Buffalo for the year. First game of the season. It's going to be a little warm weather, I'm assuming, out there in Buffalo. So, yeah, but give me the Bills to win this one and a slight, tiny, not even upset. Just give me the Bills. I like the Bills in this one. I think the crowd's gonna get into it, and that defense. You can change the players, change the names, but for some reason McDermott always has that defense rocking and rolling. So give me the Bills to win this one. All right, Lawrence, I had you back now. What's up with it? What's up with it? Am I the lone wolf?
You are going to be the lone wolf. Like I said, I'm not a homer. This is the worst possible. When I saw that we played the Ravens week 1, I'm like, this is awful. I did not want to play them week 1 after what they did last year with Lamar choking away another playoff game like he did. We're over. By the way, Josh Allen's 2-0 against Lamar in the playoffs. The Bills just don't match up well right now with them. We're Trey White's down, our first round draft pick at corner's down. We'll be starting Dorian Strong, a late round pick at the boundary corner. And we're not a defensive shadow. So Benford isn't going to follow Zay Flowers around. So if everyone looks at Henry, Lamar can have a field day just attacking that side of the field there. And then Henry just always wrecks the Bills. And I don't trust the run defense till I see that we can stop the run. So I don't see the Bills matching up defensively at all with what the Ravens are going to do. Mark Andrews, he's going to come in with a huge chip on his shoulder to want to dominate. So he's going to have a big game. Lamar Running's going to it's going to be a high scoring game. Josh will do what he does, but I do think the Ravens win this because they just want to erase that taste from their mouth from last year's playoff game.
Come on.
Let's get it, baby. Hey, that was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. That was good.
That was solid.
That was good.
We're gonna have to figure out where Coach Rock got that dang mask and all have to get one.
I don't want to figure that out. Coach Rock going to the depths of hell sometimes.
It looks like a spirit Halloween type of thing right there.
That bad product. All right.
Let me tell you this whoop though, man. In my subdivision out in Prairieville, it's a big thing for Halloween, and I put this on, and I put an old white long sleeve shirt and put the fake blood and cut the hole in the jeans, and I stand on the side of the house where it's dark, and when the little kids come walking on the sidewalk, I come running, and they drop all their candy shit.
They might be dropping Snickers too. You know what I mean?
I found the mask too. Look at that. I found it. $44.99 in Spirit. Come on.
There you go.
All right, y'all. Down to our last game on the docket. Monday Night Football. Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. Got a renewed spirit for the Bears maybe this year. I'll start off with you, Lawrence. How are you feeling about Chicago's chances against Minnesota for this particular game?
Caleb Williams has no excuse. I mean, I don't think he had any last year. They put a lot of talent around him. Now they got this year's offensive whiz kid in there to run the show. They invested wisely in their offensive line, putting stuff there so he's not going to have as much pressure on him. To me, the pressure is all on Caleb. They brought in the head coach to fix him. He's not attached to him. So if he doesn't do the thing, they just signed Bajent to an extension. I don't think Caleb Williams has a huge leash this year with Ben Johnson. He's not going to be patient if he starts to try to play hero ball. But I do think the Bears take that step this year to become a borderline playoff team. And it starts Monday night taking on division rival Vikings, who I already said will take a step back with J.J. McCarthy under center. Addison suspended the first few games of the year. So give me the Bears on Monday Night Football, the Monsters of the Midway getting it done.
I like that one. Zach, how you feeling? Vikings, Bears.
Made that hard to follow up, man. You had me convinced. But look, I think this Vikings defense is really special. And I think that's going to give Caleb Williams a lot of trouble. And they got a really young wide receiver core as well. I mean, we know DJ Moore, he's been around for a while. He's, has had several 1,000-yard seasons and such. Roma Dunze now officially the number 2. He's going to have to step up big time. And same thing with Luther Burden. But the thing is, even though without Addison, that is going to hurt the Vikings a bit. But in saying that, Justin Jefferson is still that guy. Even with the hamstring, he's good to go. They got him at 100%. J.J. McCarthy, this is going to be a tough opening game for him. I mean, this is like his actual rookie season. He's had a full year to prepare. If there's no excuse for him not to be ready to run this offense for the Vikings. And I think the defense is what's really going to make the difference in this matchup. So, in saying that, I got the Vikings winning it, and Bears, they'll be better this year, but I still think they're a ways off.
I'm going Minnesota in this game. I like the defense as well, and I've just got to see it with Caleb Williams. I've got to see it to believe it. I believe in Ben Johnson, and Ben Johnson's he's got some pieces that matches Detroit per se. But can those guys just like Detroit? Because Jared Goff didn't come in there as a hot commodity either for Detroit, and Ben Johnson kind of renewed Jared Goff's spirits or whatever. So maybe he can do the same for Caleb Williams. But I got to see it to believe it first. But right now, early in the year, give me Minnesota to actually have a really nice start to the season. Their schedule's not as difficult as I thought it would be. They have a very easy schedule, in my opinion. I think Minnesota's going to start off probably like 7-2, matter of fact, from what I did looked at. But you know, the laws of of averages, I think they'll just barely miss out in the playoffs, if you know what I mean. But give me Minnesota, and I don't like what I saw from McCarthy. And I don't like that they just like who you Penix. You had Penix, you was upset because he didn't play. I was upset because McCarthy only played one series or two series.
I agree.
Done. And I was like, no, and he didn't even look good doing that. He was 4 for 7 for 30 yards, and he was kind of off with the throw. And I'm like, I need to see the kid a lot more, in these situations. And he's going to be the reason why they either make the playoffs or not. Not that defense, not that running game. This could be McCarthy.
When you have Joe Burrow playing full halves in preseason, and you got two guys that are in their second year that didn't even start the full first year, not playing, come on, man. Let's get real.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I'm going to go with Minnesota in this game, and hopefully, because the NFL is always a little bit better when the Bears are really good. I'm hoping that happens this year for Chicago.
The Bears.
Coach, how we feeling about this, man? Vikings, Bears, who you got in this one?
Oh, man, I'm going with Minnesota thanks to the Carolina Panthers on this one, bro.
Oh, why
the hell did you get Adam Thielen back to Minnesota? He was Bryce Young, like really they was building something in Carolina. And, Minnesota was down receiving, and you give him back, and I think he's really going to help McCarthy out, bro, on a lot of game situation. I just didn't understand, why did Carolina send him back to Minnesota? It made no sense to me at all, man. When when you are trying to build something, you just say, okay, I've been given a gift, so what the hell? I just give it back to you. So I think that's going to really be a savior for Minnesota, getting that kid back over there to kind of bail him out, because they were really like in shithole with receivers, bro. And you stealing them back in the fold. I really think he's going to help them win some ball games, man.
Do I have to howl? Is that the
word? Howl? Is it?
Okay.
Oh! all right. I get a 6.3 out of 10.
I've heard howl before. All right.
He's like, how do you howl? How do we howl? Oh, yeah, hear that. Okay.
Oh. We can't hear Carlos, though.
All right, y'all. Hey, this is Cash In with Carlos, and I'm going to go rookie edition right quick, you guys, because we got some new players coming in here for the NFL season, and we want to see how they're going to rock out for their first time ever in the NFL. So I want to start off first, man. We got to go with Ashton Jeanty. His over-under, 71.5 rush yards versus the Patriots. Where am I going with this? PJ, we're going under. That's right, because the Patriots are that squad with that defense at this time trying to show we're not scared no Ashton Jeanty. I think the additions with Geno Smith and, of course, Mr. Pete Carroll, they're going to throw the football now. Throw it a little bit if times get rough. I don't see Jeanty getting over. I give him 60. But not over 71.5, y'all. Also, we got a new quarterback now, Cam Ward, against the Broncos. Over under 194.5 passing yards. Oh my goodness. We're going under again. We're going under. Cam Ward is gonna run for his damn life today. Broncos ain't playing no games. They're my darlings, they're your darlings, they're everyone's darling. But if you started this year by giving up 300 yards to Cam Ward, what's that say about your team? Don't do it. Mile High is gonna be Mile miles away from Cam Ward's mentality of trying to win this game. Give me Cam Ward under. That's how you win some money. And last, I can't pronounce his name. We'll just call him T-Mac. That's right. Over, under 65.5 receiving yards for the Jaguars. PJ, give me the over. I think T-Mac is my rookie of the year, matter of fact. He's going to ball like the Jaguars. We won't be talking about Travis Hunter much. We'll talk about T-Mac after this game, ladies and gentlemen. And that is going to be Cash In with Carlos.
Ooh,
hey, that's how you get it, man. That's how you get it,
right there, brother. I like that.
That's how you get it, man. That's Cash In with Carlos, y'all. Rookie edition. We'll have a lot more next week, man.
Oh, that was great, man.
Now, Carlos,
that's what I'm saying. I'm about to put some funds into my DraftKings account. Hold up.
Let's get it, man. So we went rookie edition, man. Next week we'll add more to it, man. But these young guys are coming in there, man. It's going to be tough for them. Their first ever, time in the NFL, and a lot of us can't speak about that because we're not in there. But I imagine that situation is kind of scary, especially when you went with expectations as well. So the good ones, the Strouds, and mind you, we had the last 2 years really breakout quarterbacks, rookies, Stroud and now Daniels last year. I wonder if Ken Walker could do the same thing. Tougher team though. Titans, not a lot to show right now. We'll find out later on though.
There we go. I like it, man.
No, man. So that was it, man. So we have another one, you guys. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. We've got a hold on. Where does he keep this? Why didn't he see this damn shit? Let's see. What does Dolph usually do for his straight balling?
I got it. I got it.
All right, cool.
All right, guys, y'all ready for the hottest segment in sports talk on YouTube? Damn it, in all of sports, it is time for straight balling.
Let's get it, man. We got our straight balling of the week, man. Hey, we'll start with Lawrence from Mr. Buffalo himself. Hey, who is your straight baller of the week? Who we looking for?
It's going to be Matthew Stafford this week. He's going to be balling out with that back juiced up and ready to go, getting those roids out of there. He's going to be starting the season off strong. Devontae Adams will be so happy he's there playing. Puka's going to be Puka. That defense is not going to be slept on with those young defensive linemen. So Stafford's going to ball out 350 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. He's going to be ready to start claiming, hey, MVP talk here in Los Angeles, baby. Matt Stafford balling.
Yes, sir. And give me Tyreek Hill against the Colts. I know he don't want to be there. He said, Coach, I don't like this, but I guarantee for this 1 week in Indianapolis on turf, Tyreek Hill is going deep. Give me over 100 yards receiving. Give me about a touchdown, maybe even 2 for Tyreek Hill to at least for 1 week say, hey, this is what I can bring to a championship football team. I want to go to your destination. Tyreek Hill is my straight baller player of the week. Zach, who you got?
Look, my straight ball of the week, I alluded to it earlier. It's going to be that guy. He's getting ready for his 3rd MVP, Lamar Jackson, going in against the Buffalo Bills. Lawrence, I'm sorry.
I'm storming off like everyone else has. I'm done.
I'll tell you what, we're talking 300 pass and rush yards. We're talking 3 touchdowns. Not total, not both. Total now, Carl. You looked at me crazy.
I know. I'm just saying. It's like, okay, I got you.
300. He going crazy today. Give me Lamar Jackson for my Straight ballin' player of the week.
And I think we got confirmation from Coach Rock. He's got the Harrison jersey going on. Coach, who was your straight ball of the week?
You already know. The only thing stops him today is a plate of red beans and rice and some gumbo in the New Orleans, because he's going to go crazy in the Superdome today. I don't know what secondary they're going to have to stop this shit today. But hey, my straight baller.
Straight ball is Marvin Harrison.
That's an air ball.
It's an air ball. Yo, do we have anything else on the segment, Zach?
Wait, say it one more time.
Anything else on the segment we need to talk about?
No, that's it, man. We're ready to go. This has been a great opening to week 1, guys. We'll be back every Sunday morning for our NFL breakdown to give you all the exclusives, our picks, our straight ball and fourth and out, cashing in with Carlos, and plenty more segments as we go along the way, man. We appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all tune in. Me and Dolphin will be live over on RFS Saints and to keep it real for the New Orleans Saints versus them nasty birds over there. I'm about to pop them with my damn gun. And then I think we'll also be live tonight for the Sunday night game. We'll see. So y'all stay tuned, man. But we appreciate you guys more than ever. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out, and we'll catch y'all next time. Cheers, guys.
Go Bills.
The Comma in Sports Network.